Welcome back. We are jumping into our second conversation for this morning, and it's all about Fabrigas putting metal mastery to the test. Joining us on the couch, we have Justin Sabido, and he is the sales manager over at Fabrigas Belize Limited. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Jerry Williams, who is the chief engineer over at Silkgrass Farms. Good morning.
Good morning,
gentlemen, and thank you so much for being here. First of all, metal mastery. What is metal mastery? And before we get into all of the bolts and whistles, no pun intended, what are we talking about in terms of welding, metal work, and how Fabrigas is engaged in all of this?
Well, we provide welding equipment and industrial gases, which are the essential products in the welding industry.
Right.
And we had noticed a shift. You know, just before I answer your question, just so we know where we are, we have noticed a shift in the last few years of lots of youngsters exiting schools, secondary schools, and entering into call centers, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's creating a void in the trades. So everywhere we go, the different countries, the different companies that we engage with, all say the same thing, that, oh, you know, we need workers, we need skilled people, and there's a shortage. So we have come up with the idea to attract young people into the welding trade. So the idea is this welded metal art competition. To attract youngsters, it has to be fun. If we ask youngsters, you know what, come into the welding shop, we'll teach you how to run a bead, we'll teach you how to cut steel with a torch. It's hot, it's dirty, it's heavy, it's hard work. So it's not fun, it's not exciting,
it's not conventional in this day and age.
So we've come up with this idea. We've partnered with Eka Electrodes, and we've partnered with Belizean Industry and the schools on this venture. So it's to make this whole welding industry appealing by doing something fun that the students will come and they will engage. They will become engaged. We'll be developing creative synthesis.
Welding.
We're getting them in, and you know what? Everyone will be amazed at what these students will produce on Judging Day.
I'm really happy that you're talking about the lack of employment when it comes to the trade. Because I recall visiting IT Vet here in Belize City, and there is, for some reason, not a lot of people are, not just welding, but other trades, plumbing, electrical work, engineering, and so forth. What is the ultimate goal of not just this competition, but for your industries when it comes to the collaboration with these IT vets and high schools?
Well, in the sector we're in, we are hoping that doing this will equip the younger group of people that they're excited to get into this type of field. We are always looking for skilled people at Silkgrass Farms. Electrician, welders, mechanics, etc. And welding is one of the key things for us. The processes for producing food product like juices, which we do, coconut water, it has to be in a sanitary condition, meaning that the equipment design, the equipment that we use has to be manufactured where they're easily clean, easily sanitized. And you can only do that using the right material, the right sanitation process, and as per the equipment design. So it's critical in the food industry to reduce contamination, which can eventually lead to people getting sick. You know?
Gentlemen, what I want to do really quickly is set the scene to the benefits of working in any type of trade industry, one of my biggest question I've always had is where's the misconception coming from when it comes to learning these trades or these skill sets? You think of learning welding, for example, or learning construction, plumbing. We highlighted some women just a couple weeks ago that were working in these types of fields. And, you know, you made a valid point where you said, Mr. Sabido, that people are deciding to graduate from high school and go into the BPO sector. That's great and all. But is it that we're not making these trades or skill sets attractive enough for them to recognize that you're not only being able to employ yourself by being a business owner or an entrepreneur, but also ensuring that you are employed in the long run as well, because these industries like silkgrass farms need these skill sets too. What do you believe is the reason that we are seeing persons not want to partake in these types of trades?
Well, it's culture. We have traditionally not looked at the trades as careers. The education system is not properly equipped to train and produce tradespeople at the level that they need to be. So it's kind of never looked at as a career, but you know, just as a job.
There's also the idea that it doesn't pay, perhaps, to be working in these fields.
Well,
what do you say to that?
That's a myth. That's a big misconception.
It's a big myth, right?
That's a big
A
misconception.
lot of people think that if you're working these dirty jobs, it's entry level, it's low
So
pay.
we
Guarantee you the
so we-
construction worker make more money than we.
So how do we ensure that the public understands that these skill sets not only ensures that, one, as I said, you are employed forever, because you'll always need a house to be built. You'll always need some type of welding. But it actually makes money too. You can build your own home. You can build a career from it.
Many people have their and have sustained their entire lives with trades.
Yeah.
Electricians, welders, that's what they do. It's a career. It's not just a temporary job where a campaign ends and then everyone is released.
Yeah.
It's permanent.
Yeah.
These are life skills. You take these
Yes.
skills with you through life, and you can go and work your way up, become certified, open your businesses. And what we never think about is the exploration of international labor markets.
Very.
We
very
just had
we
Caricom
just had
on the
Caricom,
couch.
So we
yeah.
have so we have all of these kids coming out of school, basically going to other sectors in the labor market, and very few staying in the trades. And so I think that these youngsters are not capitalizing on big opportunities that are all around.
I also think that the way that it's marketed, though, and I will say this because, you know, when you have career days at school, right? All of the little kids come dressed up as doctors, lawyers, police officers, firemen, and I will rarely see a plumber or a construction worker, right? And so I really wonder to what effect is us as a society we're giving off this I don't know, this indication that perhaps that's not the job to have. Because I recall, and perhaps maybe in my generation, I'm not sure what it's like now in the schools, you had sewing, you had culinary arts, agriculture. These were, I guess, the electives within a high school. And I'm not talking about TVET, I'm talking about the traditional academic high schools.
A big part of it is the education system. We're just not equipped to adequately teach these subjects. You know, that's the truth of the matter. But we have partnered with Silkgrass Farms, Santander Sugar, Valley of Peace Farms, Copal Tree Distillery down in the south, and the National Gas Company. These are big companies who all need tradespeople, not just welders. They need electricians, carpenters, mechanics, and all of these partner companies all say the same. We need these skilled people, and they're not enough.
So how do we partner then with these TVETs? And I absolutely agree, because we're not just talking about. I think any job with manual labor, for some reason, it has this disparity. People don't want to do the job. So how are we?
We
fixing
partner
it?
with the IT vets, I think, with initiatives just like this one,
Yes.
to get excitement brewing within the trades.
Yeah.
One of the goals of this welded metal art competition too is to bring industry partners, to bring the IT vets, the schools and what they're doing into focus, to get the attention of industry, so that we could have a little more industry buy-in.
Yeah.
We can have more industry support,
Okay.
because at the end of the day, when we attract these students get their training, and the hope is
That they'll be employed.
is that they will be employed by the
That
industries.
is wonderful.
And one of the things that we've observed, we just had the Orange Walk IT vet on the couch with us this week. And some of the representatives were saying, look, as these kids are about to graduate, they're being scouted by these businesses already because of the shortage in laborers. We have Siltgrass on the farm, Siltgrass Farms on the couch with us. And I want to highlight the partnership in this initiative. What role does Siltgrass Farm play?
Just before I go there, to add to what Justin was saying, ITVET, Ecumenical High School, annually we take in students on the job training, you know, so that's how we fits in with that. I see it, we're partnering with Fabrigas. We're hoping that we can help the initiative to attract the young students, where we can benefit from it, you know, as an industry. Because what we do at Siltgrass Farm with employees, we keep on the line on the line training. We certify them like welders. We worked out with Fabrigas a couple years ago. I worked with CPBL before, and now with Siltgrass Farm, where we took our welders and get them certified, you know. So that's how we see this helping us.
I really appreciate that breakdown, because I think there is this misconception that if you go to a TVET, you are lesser academically inclined.
No, you're not.
Right?
You're not.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. It's not just the trade industry, it's also the TVETs that are affected. You don't have this large influx of students.
Because it's
that are
presented as a last option.
Exactly. And so I'm very happy to hear that students are very enthusiastic about this competition. And I just had a couple of questions about the competition itself, because they're at their last, right? You guys are about to start judging soon.
Judging will be on May 9th, just after Easter.
So they have the rest of this month to finish up. Okay. And what is it that you all are looking for? What is the criteria of this competition?
Okay. Just before that, you had asked about industry's involvement, in particular with this event.
Yes.
So our industry partners have sponsored prizes. Every school, each school that participates will win a welding machine. So first place will be a nice multiprocess, a nice beautiful machine, and they're all they range from 200 amps to 130 amps, so all of them are excellent welding machines.
That could kickstart a business right there.
But yes, but that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea. But also, we have asked industry to send a judge.
Okay.
So Fabrigas will have no judges participating. The judges will be representatives from Siltgrass Farms, from Santander Sugar, from National Gas Company, Valley of Peace Farms.
These big industries.
These big industries from Copal Tree Distillery.
Yeah.
So, and then we have one or two judges from Belize City who are on the art scene.
To look at the creativity aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're looking at creativity, we're looking at the use of repurposed metals, we're looking at the use of welding, welding processes.
So how well they can put it together,
Yes,
how
and
structured
all
it
the
is.
joints have to be
Clean.
welded.
Yeah.
It has to be welded. There's no requirement for paint because it's recycled. It's all recycled and repurposed metal. So it has to be welded. And on that note, I have to mention that our partner, Eka Electrodes, has provided over 1 ton of welding rods and MIG wires to the schools for the competition. We know that the schools are all strapped for cash. They're all working on tight budgets, and so we've provided them
The materials.
with all the materials except the recycled metal.
Yeah.
So they got welding rods, they got MIG wires, they got cutting this, grinding this, and a cylinder of oxygen each to help with their cutting and with their preparation.
So they had to just acquire the resource, the
Yes,
material.
and that's a part of it. So that's
Okay.
a part of. So actually, the schools have this. The students carry the heaviest load in this competition because they have to generate the ideas, and then go and find the resources, all of the metals.
That's a
and
lot
then-
of skills put into
And
one.
yes, and then come together and put it together. But these are the skills that actually happen in workshops.
That's incredible.
Mr. Williams could tell you when they need something, they don't have the option to always run to Spanish Lookout, to run to Belize City, to run to a hardware store. Their first option is to go into the scrap heap to see
The junkyard and
what
see.
is there and
What-
how we can get this problem fixed here and now.
Yeah.
And so these are actual skills that will be transferred to the.
I really like that
to the
because
job
apart
site.
from the creativity aspect and it's gorgeous. I can't wait to see the final products of these sculptures. But drawing, technical drawing, architecture skills, math skills, welding skills, ensuring that you have that creativity. And I'm saying mathematical skills in all its forms, trig and all sorts of ways
Yeah.
that you have to make sure that the structure stays. It has to be sustainable, right? I'm looking forward to this competition. I'm looking forward to the results of this competition. I think the judges are going to have a very hard time. I'm glad I'm
We
not
saw
the
some of the
person.
pictures and it
Yes,
really,
it's
really looked
gorgeous.
impressive. But you said that the judging date is May 9th.
Is May 9th.
Is it too late for any school to insert themselves in the competition?
It's late. Fabrigas Belize Limited has contacted every school that we know about
Okay.
that has some
Welding
type
program.
of welding program.
Okay.
So we have contacted the schools. Today we're doing our media launch, but welding electrodes and all the materials have been delivered from the first week in January.
Wow.
So this is something that has been in the making for
For a
months.
while.
This is not, you just don't jump up and do this. This takes coordination.
Yeah,
To-
it certainly
to-
takes time.
To get buy-in from the schools, from our partners, the allocation of all of the resources that we need.
I think my final question is, as we got excited seeing the beautiful work that the students made, but what were the reactions from the students when you guys first introduced the
The
competition?
reactions from the schools, from the students were equal to the reactions from the partners. All excited without any hesitation. Everyone said that we're in. The schools that have a welding program that are not participating is because a couple of them don't have instructors at this time. They lost their welding instructors. One of the instructors got sick at another school, and one school said that, you know what, we just can't participate at this time because our students are getting ready for graduation, for CXCs, and all of the rest. So
Okay.
we're hoping to make this, if it's successful, which we're sure it will be, we want to try to make it an annual event so that it just grows and all of the art pieces get better and better.
All right. Well, gentlemen, this has been quite an interesting conversation. We saw some of the pictures, guys, and I wish we could show you, but of course it is a competition. We can't give out too much details on what exactly is being made, but we certainly know that it's going to be a really tough and tight competition, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you so much for being
Thanks.
here.
I'd just like to again thank our industry partners, Silkgrass Farms, National Gas Company, Valley of Peace Farms, Copal Tree Distillery, and Santander Sugar, because they have they're not just sponsors. They've sponsored prizes, but it's a partnership. It's more than a sponsorship. They're actually sending people to participate in the judging.
Yeah.
So we'd like to thank them. We'd like really to thank ECA Electrodes, and we really would like to thank the schools.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
We got to take a quick break now, but when we come back, the conversation switches into exploring Muslim connection at Jalsa Salana. Stay with us. We'll be right back.